Pauwi ka na ba ng Pilipinas, aking mga kabayan, or pabalik ka na sa bansa kung saan ka nagtatrabaho? Ating sagutin ang ilang katanungan na iniwan nyo sa ating comment box about e-travel and author travel questions. Hi mga travelers! Welcome back to another episode of Sagot sa iyong katanungan, aking mga kabayan. You are watching Jamey Iris Talk TV kung saan pinag-uusapan natin ang travel, guidelines, protocols, gayon din ang lifestyle, career, business at buhay OFW. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe na po kayo sa ating channel so that you'll get updated every time may bago po tayong video. Para sa unang katanungan ng ating kabayan na si Mercy Onuma, sabi niya, "Hello Jamie, watching from Japan. Tanong ko lang, kailangan ba ng ID? Pabalik ng Japan kahit meron na akong resident card? Sa May pa naman po." Hi Mercy, kamusta ka na? Mercy, anong particular ID ba itong tinutukoy mo so that at least we could check? But for the meantime, what I could share to you is what we can find from the Philippine Airlines if pabalik ka na ng UA, kapag pabalik ka na ng Japan. So sa Philippine Airlines mga travelers at Mercy, you could actually take a look kung ano ba mga requirements for travel ngayon. Pero again, double check again sa inyong mismong airlines na you will fly with at sa embassy, just in case meron pa silang extra requirement from you upon returning to Japan. So for the Philippine Airlines, kapag kayo po ay pumunta sa website ng Philippine Airlines, hihingin po nila saang origin ninyo. So please indicate Manila, example. Then destination, let us just say, lilipat kayo sa Tokyo, Haneda, pakipilit lang po yung Tokyo. Then vaccination status, halimbawa po, fully vaccinated. You can choose also kung hindi kayo fully vaccinated, you can mention that as well. For this example, ang pinili natin, fully vaccinated. And then, traveler type. So, since sinabi mo may resident visa ka na or certificate, then ang pinili natin ay permanent resident. Now, as per the Philippine Airlines, hindi ko nakita yung nabanggit mong ID or any ID that they are asking for. Pero ito lang yung nakita ko, so share ko na rin sa'yo, bagamat hindi natin nakita yung ID that you're referring to. And since generic mo nabanggit about the ID, so hindi ko rin matukoy at tingnan kung ano ba specifically ito. So, kung traveler type mo, halimbawa lang fully vaccinated, permanent resident ka talaga. At or kaya yung dependent mo, kinakailangan mo ng proof of vaccination. So, sa lahat ng pabalik na o entrance sa Japan, you need to provide a valid COVID-19 vaccination certificate, at least 3 doses of vaccine na of course listed sa WHO emergency use list. Now, maaari ka din mag-provide ng certificate of negative result of pre-departure COVID-19 test na taken within 72 hours prior to departing from the original country or region. In that situation, it will be the Philippines. Ayan. Exemption, hindi required ang mga bata under the age of 18 provided that they are accompanied kung ang guardians po nila ay may valid vaccination certificate traveling with them. Pero note, if children are under the age of 18 pero walang vaccination certificate to enter Japan by themselves without being accompanied by a guardian with a valid vaccination certificate, then they will not be eligible for the above exemption. Ito pa ang ibinagahagi sa atin ng PAL. You can actually check the latest information from them from the official government website or Japan Visa Official Advisory. So just go to their website and click that link. Next one will be the facility-based quarantine. At home quarantine, hindi na po required at this point in time or at the point of recording this video. Government requirements, ayan, you can actually visit Visa Japan or e-travel registration. Required po ito. So para sa mga manggagaling sa Pilipinas, please watch my latest video about e-travel departure na siyang papalit po na online registration form para sa paper departure card. You can complete this within 72 hours prior your departure from the Philippines. Again, within 72 hours, hindi kailangan saktong 3 days but at least within that hour, bago po kayo pumunta sa airport, mas maganda po kung nakumpleto nyo na ito. Now, kailangan ba ng medical certification? May mobile app pang ikaw ay kailangan kompletuhin? Wala na pong required. So, at this point in time. Now, kailangan mo ba ng test on arrival? Ang sagot dito ay required, provided travelers are entering. Ayan, Thailand can travel freely without showing proof of vaccination or COVID-19 test results except kung kayo po ay galing sa China. Hindi kasama po dun yung Hong Kong or Macau. Within the 7 days prior to entry or those arriving in Thailand directly from China, excluding Hong Kong and Macau. Now, an on-arrival test at the quarantine station will be mandatory in such cases. And karagdagan pa, ang COVID-19 test, kinakailangan ba? Yes, required. Effective 8, 2023, sasabihin po natin ha, kasi kanino ba required yung COVID-19 testing? Anong required sa mga galing sa China? Ano ang required po galing sa atin sa Pilipinas? Unahin po muna natin yung galing sa China, except Hong Kong and Macau. By direct flight will be required to submit a certificate of negative result pre-departure COVID-19 test conducted within 72 hours prior to departure. So please refer kung ano yung acceptable COVID-19 test nila dito sa listahan. Una, yung nucleic acid amplification test. So andyan yung PCR, yung LAMP, TMA, TRC, Smart Amp, NEAR, at next generation sequence. Ang pangalawa naman ay quantitative antigen test, CLIA or ECLIA, not a qualitative antigen test. Letter B, for regular travelers from the Philippines to Japan. Kung meron ka lang 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine, then you are required to present a negative RT-PCR or quantitative antigen test na CLIA or ECLIA valid within 72 hours prior to departure. Other accepted nucleic acid amplification tests are as follow. Again, these are for travelers, regular travelers from the Philippines to Japan with only 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccination. Now, ito po yung ino-honor nila, yung LAMP, isothermal amplification, TMA, TRC, Smart Amp, NEAR, at next generation sequence. Now, please take note of the exemption. Ang mga bata under the age of 18 without a valid vaccination certificate are accompanied by a guardian with a valid vaccination certificate. They will be treated as holders of valid vaccination certificates. Therefore, the submission of the negative certificates is exempted, the same as the guardian as an exemption. Now, in case the accompanying guardian does not hold a valid vaccination certificate and they enter Japan with a negative certificate, preschool-age children, generally under the age of 6, are not required a negative certificate. Again, another note from the Philippine Airlines, if the children under the age of 18 without holding vaccination certificates enter Japan alone without being accompanied by a guardian with a valid vaccination certificate, then they will not be eligible for the above exemption. Now, kailangan pa ba ng travel tax? Ng return ticket para sa'yo? Hindi na. Not required at this point in time. Visa? Kailangan ba? Yes, required ito especially for travelers who prepare visa or any appropriate entry pass into the country of destination. And of course, kailangan ba ng confirmed hotel booking? Hindi na required. So far, ito lang ang meron tayo from the Philippine Airlines na mga requirements for any traveler flying to Japan. So Mercy, yung regarding ID, please again, just double check with your airlines if it's still needed or kung ano yung requirements sa'yo din ng travel agency. May God bless you and have a pleasant flight. From 8XMMXX, sabi niya, bakit po yung same color blue po? Ayan, bakit sa amin yung color ay blue, yung QR code? Okay, let me explain to you ano bang ibig sabihin ng etravel colors ng QR code po nila. Now, since you receive the etravel blue code, it means ang kinumpleto mo na e-travel form ay yung e-travel departure. Ito ay para lamang sa mga travelers na palipad na ng Pilipinas o pa-depart po flying to another country either for tourism purposes if you're a Philippine passport holder, and if you are an OFW, then for the purposes of working overseas, and of course, the former Filipino and foreign nationals to return to their original residence overseas. So, ang makukuha po ninyo ay itong blue e-travel QR code. Now, how about if you will be completing the e-travel arrival? Now, yung e-travel arrival, these are for travelers who are actually arriving to the Philippines. Yes, you heard me right. Travelers arriving to the Philippines. So green ang makukuha mo kung lahat ng information that you need to submit including the documentation are accurate, true, and correct at wala ng question sa'yo ang BOQ, so you'll get green. Now, whether you're unvaccinated or vaccinated, most of the time ang nakakakuha ng green ay mga vaccinated. Now, rarely, meron din mga vaccinated na nakakakuha ng red. So ano mang ibig sabihin ng red QR code? Kung meron kang red QR code, don't be afraid. You can still fly, okay, back to your country of destination. That is, for example, kung magbabakasyon ka sa Pilipinas, pwede pa naman. The only thing is with the red QR code, it simply means maari. It could be different reasons. So, maaring meron kang pinresent na documents na hindi nagmamatch. So, they need further clarification about. So, kinakailangan kang kausapin at i-manually validate ang mga dokumento mo. So, yun lamang po ang ibig sabihin nun. You will undergo a manual validation. You may be asked by the BOQ personnel some questions that is in relation to the documents that you submitted. So everyone, make sure you have all your documents with you. Kahit hindi na kinakailangan i-upload sa e-travel, just make sure na nasa inyo ang inyong, of course, vaccination card, vaccination certificate, and any other travel or medical documents related. May God bless you, and looking forward that this video or this discussion about the colors of the QR code helped you everyone na maintindihan ano bang ibig sabihin nito. From Scorpion JJ, sabi niya, "Hi ma'am, ask ko lang po, pa-emergency leave need pa ba ng OEC? Wala pang 1 year nakakabalik sa Abu Dhabi." Hi Scorpion, kamusta na? Yes, basta pauwi ka ng Pilipinas, laging kailangan ng OEC. So, ang mabuti mong gawin, since dyan ako dati sa Abu Dhabi, pwede na tayong makakuha ng OEC prior tayo bumalik if you still have time. Since you're on emergency leave, baka you might not have time. So, it means from the Philippines, you have to ensure that you get an OEC. So, mag-schedule ka pa online sa balik manggagawa, and then that's the time you can actually get your OEC. Please just make sure lang na kung ikaw ay bago dyan sa employer mo na na-verify na ang contract mo kasi kailangan yan when it comes to issuance of OEC. Pero kung dati ka na sa employer mo, then that's fine. It means you already have a validated contract. God bless you, Scorpion JJ. From Jesus Villa Jr., sabi niya, "Ma'am, Pinoy po ako residing sa Japan po. OFW din po ba ang category ko po?" Hi Jesus, kamusta ka na? Ikaw ba ay Philippine passport holder? Kung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho overseas, Philippine passport holder ka at syempre, ikaw ay may mga documentation from POEA at member ka ng OWA, yes, you definitely are an OFW. Ngayon, kung hindi ka sigurado kung naku Miss Jamey, wala ako ng mga nabanggit mo pero hindi ko po sigurado kung ano yung dapat na status ko, you can always coordinate with the Philippine Embassy Japan because they could actually give you information ano ba ang talagang status mo or category mo as a traveler there in Japan. So Jesus, looking forward that you'll get clarity kung ano ba ang category mo as one of the residents in Japan. God bless you, Jesus. From Christy May Lim, sabi niya, hello po. Ask ko lang po if pwede ako magbakasyon sa Hong Kong kahit sa isa akong OFW na nagtatrabaho dito sa Taiwan. Balak ko po kasi umuwi ng Pilipinas para magbakasyon tapos habang nagbabakasyon ako sa Pilipinas, balak kong pumunta sa Hong Kong Disneyland. Kahit 3 days lang na nagstay sa Hong Kong tapos balik na ulit ng Pilipinas para sa remaining days ng bakasyon ko pabalik ng Taiwan. Hi Christy, kamusta na? Okay, so regarding your inquiry, usually naman pwede yan kasi we do have right as Filipinos to go for vacation. And as long as wala kang restraining order to stay in the country, then you can definitely fly to other countries. Now, just make sure you have the complete documentations with you dahil napakahigpit po natin ngayon, napakahigpit na mga Bureau of Immigration officers because of the human trafficking that is happening. So they ask a lot of information and at the same time documentation. So if you have the documentation that can prove that you are employed in Taiwan and you also have what we call the proof that you will be going to Hong Kong Disneyland, then I believe naman they will let you. Basta kompleto lahat ang travel documents. Like my brother, he actually went to Hong Kong Disneyland too and hindi naman siya nagka-problema. Pero meron din tayong ilang mga kababayan na na-offload simply because or hindi sila pinayagan dahil may discrepancy doon sa kanilang mga travel documents at isa doon ay papunta ng Hong Kong Disneyland. So make sure that all your documents are complete. So if they ask you about it, you can present it and you can simply go and enjoy the happiest place on earth here in Asia. That is Hong Kong Disneyland, aside from Japan Disneyland. From Janeline Vega, sabi niya, Good Tuesday po. Good morning, Miss Jamey. I have a concern. I would like to ask if maybe you know the answer. Sana po ay masagot ninyo. Pauwi na po kami sa Philippines this April 27, 2023 from the US. Dual citizen po ako. Pwede po ba ako makakuha ng Balikbayan visa? Ang asawa ko po sa airport immigration since magkasama po kaming uuwi. Ano po ba ang documents na hahanapin bukod sa birth certificate ko, marriage contract po namin at Filipino passport? Maraming salamat po at God bless you. Hi Jeneline, naku, I'm so happy for you that you will be finally be able to go back to the Philippines and have your vacation. Yes, pwede ka naman. Pwede mo naman ma-avail ang again, balikbayan privilege mo. If you have been out of the country for more than 1 year, at katulad nung sabi mo, ikaw ay from the US, dual citizen ka at kung valid naman ang Philippine passport mo, that will be quite great then. So you can both present your passport, yung Philippine passport mo, US passport mo, ipakita mo once you arrive here in the Philippines. Pero pag nag-register ka sa etravel, you just simply have to choose one passport. So, much better kung yung Philippine passport mo ang i-register mo for e-travel. And definitely, you can avail of the Balikbayan kumbaga privilege. Ano ba yung nire-require? Una, ayan, tama, birth certificate or PSA or kaya copy ng iyong Philippine passport. So, if you have that with you, then so far, yun ang hahanapin nila at since kasama mo, asawa mo, pati yung marriage contract so that they can prove yung relationship ninyo, dalawa, and pati yung asawa mo ay maisama as spouse of a former Filipino or balikbayan. Walang anuman, Jeneline, and I'm simply so glad to help. Balitaan mo kami ha, kamusta ang iyong biyahe? Hoping everything will be fine and smooth. God bless you too. So muli mga kabayan, if you find this video helpful and informative, please click like. I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. Follow nyo na rin po ang ating TikTok at FB page. Tandaan po, saan man po tayong tako ng mundo, laging taas noo, tayo'y mga Filipino. Muli, ako si Jamey Aires, ang inyong Talk TV show host na nagsasabi, stay safe, stay healthy, may God bless you. I'll see you in my next video vlog.